Alright, so we're going to stop at this first beaver dam. We're going to take a look. We're going to see if there's any kind of activity. And I'll show you what I'm looking for. We're going to go to 2 or 3 different spots today. And hopefully in this series I'll get to show you the scouting aspect of things. This is kind of what I'm doing right now. Checking out beaver dams. There's no sense in setting on a beaver dam that's not active. I mean, if you find a beaver dam and somebody's trapped it out last year and you're sitting there throwing traps in the water, you're a little bit of waste of time. So once we get back to this first spot, I'm going to show you what I'm looking for fresh sign, and we'll see if there's any kind of beaver activity at this first spot. So we're back at the dam. This is one that we found on Google Maps, and like I said, this is an area I fish generally, and walked in here, found this dam after I looked on Google Maps, and this is the first one. If I'm a guessing guy, I'm saying that this dam is probably inactive. I don't see any kind of fresh activity, and the fresh activity I'm talking about is took a walk around in the woods. There's no fresh trees cut, nothing like that. If you take a look across here, I'm going to zoom in. We kind of got a house right there. All the runs are open. I'll show you what I mean by a run. This is actually a great place to set. You can see the run coming out of the house there. So if you were going to set this spot, there'd be a great place for a 330. Another good spot would be for a 330 would be right up in that run. But as you can see, it doesn't look very active. That water's hasn't been disturbed at all. Everything seems fairly stagnant, you know. So although the dam is all still in place and everything, but it's definitely not an active spot. There's no feed beds. It's another good thing to look for. I mean, if that's the beaver house and there's beavers in here, there should be a feed bed out in front. They got to eat something, and that's what they do all summer. There's obviously no feed bed in this area, so I'm guessing that this place has already been trapped. Okay, I thought this would be a good opportunity. Actually, I was standing over that bank a while ago when I was talking to you. I was talking to you about the beaver house here, and I remember when I was taking the trapping program, they were talking about trapping beavers and setting your traps in runs and stuff. And I mean, I had an idea, but if you don't know what they're talking about, I'm going to show you. Here's this beaver house that's all been washed. Like I said, the beavers have been trapped out and the water levels are way down. So I figured this would be a good opportunity to show you actually at a beaver house what the run looks like. Mostly the feed bed would be out in front here somewhere. And now you can see where the water levels were at one time in this dam. And if you look, if the feed bed was out here, this run here, this is what a run is actually. And that's where the beaver would have come out of its house to go to the feed bed or to enter the water. And I'm going to show you, hopefully I can get this. It goes right up into his house right there. The nice thing about coming out, we're going to take a walk back that creek I talked about, and we're going to see if there's any kind of fresh beaver activity. Hopefully we get up to that 2 upper beaver dams, and we'll see if there's any activity there. As you guys remember, there wasn't much out at the first one, like I said. Well, we're on the creek. We're going to follow this back about, I would say 500 meters or so, probably half a kilometer. We're going to follow this creek right out. I've been fishing this creek. Actually, it's pretty fun to fish brookies here, but it's early in the year. Pretty stagnant right now. I brought the fly rod. Nothing's biting. We haven't made it all the way to the end of that creek where I just shot that last video from. Probably made it 100 meters, and we have fresh beaver activity. And how do I know? Because I was fishing this hole this year and this wasn't there. All that new dam area, that water was running really rapidly, and they've dammed it off again. Yeah, here we go. As we walk down the creek, start to notice there's bigger dams. I got a feeling we're going to find a good sized one down here. Actually, even before it branches up into that main one up to the left where we're going to go. And I mean, they hit everywhere. There's nowhere water can get through. little spot here. Hopefully we can find their house, but all kinds of places here. Definitely an active beaver place. All the fresh leaves on the branches, they got piled in there. I mean, it doesn't get any fresher than that. We got fresh chew sticks. All kinds of runs, places going up into the woods. Look right there. There's a great spot for a trap. I'll probably put a drown set in there. There's definitely enough water in here to put my drown sets, so we've got all kinds of options. And there we go. There's the beaver house. Here's one of the runs he's coming in. I'm going to try to jump across and take a look. That's where he's living. And as you can see, no shortage of place for traps. All kinds of runs coming up on top of the house. I mean, right there's a perfect one. The stream, a couple guide sticks. You could sit anywhere along in there. And he's got another run coming back up on the house here. I'll show you out there. There's another run coming in there. He comes up on that side. And there's tons of spots on that side. So no shortage of place to set. This is what we're looking for right here. And I wish you could be standing here because you can sure smell castor. It's very strong here, so I'm guessing that's it doesn't get any better than that. And there we got the run going into his house. So as much as that's a great spot to put a trap, I'm not real crazy about setting traps on runs into the houses. Especially with this many places to set traps, I don't need to set it there, just because it blocks that entrance. It'd be logical if you had a 50-pound beaver stuck in a 330 in that area. Of course, the other beavers aren't going to come out that hole. So I'd rather trap out here with a little bit of scent and drown sets and put my 330s out here. It's not like there's any lack of area to trap elsewise, like I showed you just earlier here. Look at that hole over there. I mean, I'm going to focus in on that hole for you. I mean, what a spot for a trap, right? There's no question that he's traveling through there. Isn't any better than that. Big guy's going in the run. I don't know if you can see him going there or not. Pretty positive sign there's beavers here when I can tape them going in a run. I hope that really recorded because that was kind of cool. Saw the little guy sitting out here, thought I'd start smacking my lips, and then the big one smashed the water in the house, and then he came out and took off through this run. Can't wait to get back here end of October, get some beaver traps set, and we'll be covering that next, and I'll show you how we're going to do that, and it'll be October 29th the next time I'm turning the camera on, so we'll be back here with some traps. Alright, October 29th, we're back at that dam. I got my son Jeff with me right there. We're going to put a 280 in that run. We got a run there coming around to the house here. Got a good run going up the side of the house there. Probably going to put a 330 or 280 there. And I'll go around the other side and we'll see where we're going to put the other one. Alright guys, decided to put the 330 on this side. Got a good run. Put my chew sticks there. And we're going to hope the best for this one. I'm going to show you here. I'm going to put my lure and show you how I protect my lure in the rain. So there's the 330. We're right in the run. Got my chew sticks. There's my lure right there on the end of that stick. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you here. I'm just going to take a leaf just because I don't want that lure washing off tonight when it rains hard. And I'm just going to set it right on top of that. So here we go. We got a 280 there. We got our 330 on the other side. Here's the beaver dam. It's grown substantially since we were here last. And as you can see, we're still active. Look at all the fresh chew sticks up on the house there. There's all kinds of fresh signs still, so they're still here. We'll wait to see what tomorrow morning brings. We're back at the spot that we've been following along, the place we scouted out. We found the beaver dams. We came in yesterday. Fortunately, we had some camera issues. It was raining and it was miserable, but we got some sets in around that dam. We put 3 in. So we're at the spot now. We're going to take a walk back, and we're going to check and see if we got any beavers. I'm just going to show you how our day's going so far. Take a look in the back here. We've got 4, so it's been a good day so far. We're going to bring the sled with us this time because it's quite a walk. And hopefully we got more to put in the truck. There's my son Jeff. And I'm going to turn it on when we get back, and hopefully we got some beavers in the traps back there. Alright, here we are back at the beaver house. Coming down to the woods on the other side. Checking and seeing if we got anything in here. And we do. We got one right over there. And that trap, that's the one that was set on the side of the house. 330. Right there. Set on this side is empty as well, but we do got a big guy over there. We're going to get him out and show you. Alright, we got it reset. There's my chew sticks. There's my stick with my bait on, my beaver lure. And I got a leaf on top right there just to kind of preserve it for a little while in case we get some. It's a little misty out today again. It was real wet here yesterday. There's the 330, and hopefully they can come right back in here. And he's a big one for sure. Well, there you have it. If that gives you any indication of the size of that beaver, but thank God I brought that sled. This Canadian trapper, a little tuckered out at the moment, has a heavy drag through the woods, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and wait for Jeff to come bring the truck down. We're going to load up and go home. Anyway, take care.